I thought I'd be telling you. Customs, can I have a volunteer? Anyone? Yeah, anyone? Yeah, sure. What's your name? Matthew. Okay, so Matthew, when you meet someone you know, how do you greet them?
Handshake.
And what do you say?
How's it going?
How's it going? Alright, so what we do is, when we meet someone, let's say me and Matthew, we're childhood friends. Not childhood friends actually. We know each other and we study together, whatever, and we meet after a long time or something, so we say, Namaste.
Hello.
Alright, so, this might look a little funny, and I swear I've never done this in my life. It's just that, my father and his father, they used to be, they used to greet each other like that. The thing is that, in India, long back, there was always this, we can say, line of control, or there was this line drawn where a male would not shake his hand with a female. And, but a male can shake a hand with a male. So now times have changed, so you don't know what's going on between these two males also, right? So we used to do the namaste, but that's like a thing of the past, I would say. But it's kind of, saying hello. Clothing, women wear saris. I don't know if you've seen that. I wish I had a sari, I would have worn it for you. Men generally wear a dhoti. Okay, so these are like, like traditional wear. Nowadays, if you, like, I'm from Bombay. If you come to Bombay, you would find girls dressed up in jeans and t-shirts and, the casual wear and the business wear or whatever. But yeah, my mom does wear a sari, and all the elderly women, they do wear a sari. So, and I like to see ladies dressed up in sari. Yeah, so that's kind of a traditional wear. As I said, if you move from one state to another, you would see that again the clothing would change. They would have a different way of wearing the sari, or they would have a different style altogether. Am I boring you guys?
No.
Okay, thanks. Festivals, we have a lot of festivals. I would say every month there are two festivals. I was exaggerating a little bit, but the thing is that a lot of people in India, they want government jobs. You know why? Because you get all the national holidays, you get all the government holidays. And the festivals, if you count the festivals, they are nothing less than 15 or something. Alright? So some of the common festivals I would say would be Diwali. Diwali is called as a festival of lights. It's just like the Christmas here. Everything is, you can say lights all around and firecrackers, sweets. I'm getting homesick now. Alright. And then there's Holi, it's called a festival of colors. You have Eid, which is celebrated by Muslims. And then you obviously have Christmas. So again, another thing about India is that it is so diverse. It's full of diversity, and sometimes it is very difficult to stay united. With this kind of diversity that you have. As I said, Indian cuisine has it has a wide variety of regional styles. It is very spicy. I don't know how many of you have been to the Indian restaurant. There are two restaurants in Lavang, and I would not actually market one of them.
Thank you. I was going to say the same thing, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. If you want Indian food, Lubbock is not the place to get it. Indian food is fantastic, but not.
They are actually nowhere close to what Indian food is all about. Alright. The big five. Basically, these are the big five cities. Mumbai, that's where I'm from. It was actually called as Bombay. And then you have Bangalore, which is the Silicon Valley of India. Delhi, the capital. You have Chennai and Kolkata. Talking about Bombay, I don't know if all of you heard about the recent terrorist attacks that had been in Bombay. Did you guys hear about it? Yeah.
That was what, recent?
Yeah, that was like November, like 5 months back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, right. Okay, Bollywood, Dr. Tina, I don't know, do you guys like that show?
How many people saw it? How many people liked it? There you go.
Okay, so that is, that's kind of, we also have a song and dance culture in the Hindi movies. So, that is one of them. And then you have this movie called Slumdog Millionaire. Did you guys watch it? That was shot in my city, Bombay. To be really honest with you, people think that, looking at those kids and those slums, people think that is what India is all about, that is what Bombay is all about. I'm so glad today that I'm getting this platform to speak in front of all of you guys. It is not what India is, See, I'm not a political person, I'm just an ordinary citizen of India. I just want to tell you that every place has its, the upside, and you can say, that part of the city which is not doing so good. So basically the movie actually, because a lot of my American friends asked me, they called me up and said, did you watch that movie? I said, yes, what about it? And he said, is that where you come from? I said, yeah, that is where I come from, but that is just a part of it. So I just wanted to make that clear. And did you guys enjoy that movie? Did it make sense? Yeah, I love the movie. I think the kids are fantastic. If you're going to India, these are a couple of places that you would actually like to go. You have the Taj Mahal, which is the one in the center, the white one. Then you have, this one is a temple on the right side, second from the top, like the middle one. That's a golden temple, it's pure gold. And you have other places like Goa and Kerala, which is one of the God's own country. A lot of greenery, a lot of things to look at. Yeah, these are the places you guys can actually go to. And actually there's a thing called as medical tourism that's actually going on a lot in India these days. That's because healthcare is so expensive in US that, if I have to get my teeth operated, like